Ciao Fabri, welcome back in our podcast. It's almost December, so it's 1 month left before the start of the January transfer window. So let's go into the details of that. One deal that you expect to happen.
Look, one deal I expect to happen is a major one. We broke the story here on the podcast and I still stand by my prediction. I think Endrick will be new Olympique Lyon striker in the January transfer window. Maybe the only case where this deal is not going to happen is if there is some injury maybe at Real Madrid, if they decide to keep Endrick because maybe some other player can't be available. But as of now, what I can guarantee is that with the current situation and with Real Madrid strikers being fit, the decision is made. Endrick will go to Olympique Lyon. So I'm told that it's just about some small details to complete between Real Madrid and Olympique Lyon on the coverage of the salary. The player said yes to Olympique Lyon and doesn't want to discuss with any other club at this stage. He wants to go to Lyon, he wants to play football on a regular basis starting from the 1st of January, so not waiting long into the January transfer window. And so I think Endrick will go to Olympique Lyon, and as we mentioned, it's going to be a straight loan, no buy option, no buy obligation, back to Real Madrid at the end of the current season.
Staying on Real Madrid, one of the best players of the season so far has been Nico Paz at Como in the Italian Serie A. Was the plan of Real Madrid to bring him back in January or in June? What's the expectation?
I want to clarify something on Nico Paz, because on Nico Paz we had several stories, again respecting all the reports also coming from South America, from Argentina, saying that Nico buyback clause will be triggered in January, so basically in 1 month, and Nico will be with Real Madrid in the second half of the season. I'm told that this is not correct. From what I'm told, the buyback clause for Nico Paz at Real Madrid is not valid in the January transfer window. So the buyback clause is worth 10 million euros for summer 2026, and the current plan from Real Madrid is to bring back Nico Paz in the summer. No negotiations for January. So that's the status of the deal. There are already so many players in that position at Real Madrid for this season, so next season is a different story. Como have still the dream to keep Nico Paz at the club if they qualify maybe for important European competitions, and in that case they can try, but Real Madrid are in control of the situation. Nico Paz has this desire to go to Real Madrid, and so I think he could be the first signing for Real Madrid for 2026, meaning as new season.
Do you think there will be chances for other clubs in the race for Nico Paz? We know Tottenham wanted him this summer, Chelsea rumors as well. What do you think about it?
Basically, all the big clubs appreciate Nico Paz. Nico is doing incredible in Serie A. He's maybe, if not the best, one of the 2-3 best players in the Serie A in this moment, performing at fantastic level, so it's normal to have links. Tottenham offered 72 million euros, 52 guaranteed, 20 in add-ons in the summer transfer window in August, and Como, together with Real Madrid and Nico Paz, said no. There is also interest from other clubs, but my understanding is that Nico Paz's desire is to go to Real Madrid, is to wear Real Madrid shirt, so I don't think there is a realistic chance for other clubs to get Nico Paz, because the reality is Como now and Real Madrid in the future.
When we think about Real Madrid, we always think about Sergio Ramos, one of the best players they had in the history. You broke a news over the weekend about the possibility to see him back in Europe maybe in 2026. What's the situation about him?
Yeah, keep an eye on Sergio Ramos. Keep an eye on Sergio Ramos, because Sergio could be part of the future talk we will have very soon here on the podcast on Many Blazers, one of the big names to follow. We will see where he's going, but what I can tell you is that Sergio Ramos is ready to leave Rayados. He's ready to leave Monterrey, so it's over for him in Mexico, with maximum respect. With Monterrey, Sergio has been very happy there, did also very well, so it's not just a signing with a big name, a legend of the game. You go there and maybe you don't even play football, as happens sometimes with this kind of transfers. With Ramos was completely different. We still remember his performances at the Club World Cup, that header against Inter, also what he's doing in the regular season now in Mexico. So Sergio Ramos is doing very, very well at Rayados, but he wants to try something new. The dream of Sergio Ramos is very difficult, we know, it's very complicated, probably unlikely, but it's to be at the World Cup 2026 with Spain. It's to get one spot. It's going to be very complicated, but this is the dream of Sergio Ramos, and so he wants to try something different. He wants a new chapter. Ramos is not planning to retire. His contract is going to expire in a few weeks, so already for the January transfer window, he will be available on free, and it's going to be a big opportunity for several clubs, maybe Europe, maybe in other countries, including maybe MLS, Saudi. So let's see what's going to happen. But Ramos is ready to discuss with clubs, is open to a new chapter, and I think could be a very interesting opportunity.
From one Real Madrid legend to a player that was linked with Real Madrid strongly in the last weeks, last month, and talking about Ibrahima Konate, what's the situation with Liverpool and what's the latest?
So for Ibrahima Konate, the situation is quite clear now. Real Madrid have informed Liverpool they have a very good relationship club to club, and despite what happened with Trent Alexander-Arnold 1 year ago, and even in that case, Liverpool and Real Madrid were in contact, if you remember, in January to negotiate a transfer fee for Alexander-Arnold, and Liverpool didn't want to discuss. But Real Madrid have informed Liverpool that they are no longer in the race at this stage for Ibu Konate. So Konate is out of contract in the summer. Real Madrid considered Konate. He's been a transfer target for them, one of the names they had under consideration. But now Real Madrid have different targets, so they are still looking for a centre-back for summer 2026, but probably won't be Konate. This is the message coming from Real Madrid. So now it's on Konate to decide his future. There is a contra-proposal from Liverpool on the table. Liverpool are waiting, but can't wait forever. Liverpool will also have their own strategy. And so there is a conversation ongoing. Konate Liverpool, with the player expected to make a decision. There is also interest from other clubs around Europe. Konate, Upamecano, Marguerite. There is going to be a lot of movements with free agents at centre-back in the summer. But what we can say today is that Real Madrid have formally left the race for Ibrahima Konate.
Liverpool, they are also finally back winning. And what's the situation for Semenyo, a player that we've been following a lot in the last weeks?
Yeah, there will be a lot of attention for Semenyo, as we mentioned. Let me remind us, the release clause for Semenyo is £65 million, not valid for the whole month of January, but just for a few weeks. And that's going to be a sort of protection for Bournemouth to find a replacement. So I maintain the interest from Liverpool, absolutely. Liverpool also had some initial talk to understand the situation, the terms of this release clause, the payment terms, for example. So Liverpool are well informed on the situation of Antoine Semenyo and remain well informed. At the moment, no negotiations or official talks have started, but just some inquiry to understand the situation. I maintain also the name of Manchester City. Man City are also closely following the situation of Semenyo, and for Man City in general, the positions right back and winger are positions that will be priorities in 2026. So let's see what's going to happen there, but for Semenyo, for sure, there is already some movement.
Let's now mention Manchester United. Are they already planning to have a new signing in the first weeks of January?
Yeah, young talent is coming, and Man United hope he can be the new Caicedo or this kind of deal for the future. Of course, is about potential, is about developing this boy, but his name is Cristian Orozco, Colombian midfielder coming from South America. The boy's in Manchester these days to complete his move to Man United. Is going to be valid from summer 2026 when he will turn 18 years old. From Fortaleza in South America, Manchester United will pay $1 million for Orozco, but Man United believe they really found a hidden gem with Orozco. Believe that this boy has very good skills. Then again, it's going to be about developing him, see how it's going to improve in the next years, but for sure Man United are very happy about Orozco.
One player linked to Manchester United is Conor Gallagher. Is there a chance for him to leave Atletico or not?
I think there is a chance. I think there is a chance for Conor Gallagher to leave Atletico Madrid already in the January transfer window or eventually in the summer. This will depend also on the formula of the deal. Manchester United were interested in Conor Gallagher as an opportunity in the final days of August, but Atletico Madrid said no to a loan move, so Atletico don't have that kind of intention. I think if maybe a permanent transfer proposal arrives, that could be different. Maybe something around 30 million euros. Sources say that this could be the way to get Conor Gallagher in the January transfer window. Let's see, because Man United were focused on Gallagher more as an opportunity than as a top priority. So top priorities are players like Anderson from Nottingham Forest, Baleba from Brighton, difficult targets for January. So let's see what United decide. There might be other clubs also interested in England, in Italy, so keep an eye on Conor Gallagher.
The player of the week is definitely Estevao after the performance against Barcelona. Do you have something to share behind the scenes here from Men in Blazers that maybe wasn't around?
Yeah, we love secrets here on our podcast on Men in Blazers, and so I wanted to share something on Estevao because we are receiving many questions on this fantastic player starting and making an impact with Barcelona, then starting again with Arsenal. So for sure Estevao is doing fantastic. First of all, let's clarify something on his contract. There were some reports saying that Estevao is under contract till 2032. No, Estevao is under contract till 2033, so one more year than the ones reported in the recent days with Chelsea. This is the contract he signed at Chelsea when he joined from Palmeiras. Then there is a Ballon d'Or clause into his contract. More than a clause, is a kind of bonus for the player and for Palmeiras. If Estevao will win the Ballon d'Or, Palmeiras will receive some extra money and Chelsea will have to pay some extra bonus to the player. Of course, they would be more than happy to do that. And then also keep an eye on the position of Estevao, because now we see Estevao on the wing, of course, with that fantastic left foot, making an impact. But what I can tell you is that Chelsea in the future, maybe in the next 2-3 years, believe that Estevao could become a number 10, could also play behind the center striker. So not only a winger, but eventually also number 10. So there is also a tactical development that Chelsea can imagine for Estevao, of course. Now, this is just the beginning for a fantastic talent like the Brazilian.
Thank you, Fabri, for that. We'll be back soon also because it's World Cup draw week. So we'll be back also talking about that
Absolutely.
in a few days. Bye.
Thank you. Ciao, ciao, ciao.